Task cards. All work on a WorkPack must be added as task cards. A task card has two text fields: task and action taken. These fields are directly used on any subcontracted purchase order, task cards issued to staff, and logbook entries. It is therefore important to complete the fields accurately, as this will populate the related documents correctly. As detailed in the aircraft page, various components may be linked to an aircraft. All task cards must be linked to one of the major components on the aircraft. Task card type. Each WorkPack will have at least one task card that is generated when the WorkPack is created. Costing of the different tasks is recorded separately to assist management in keeping track of non-recoverable costs as well as rework quality costs. The task card is configured to one of the following types. Chargeable item. This is used when the costs will be recovered from the client. No charge item. This is used when the costs will be included in the WorkPack, but not recovered from the client. Cost of quality. This is used when work is done due to a quality-related issue and will not be recovered from the client. Logbook. Each task card will indicate if the text in the action taken field will be included in the certificate relating to maintenance of an aircraft or certificate of release to service, SACAA Form 21-2, Form 1 or 8130-3, that is generated for a WorkPack. The rectification or action taken field will be used for the wording in the logbook certificate relating to maintenance of an aircraft or certificate of release to service, SACAA Form 21-2, Form 1 or 8130-3. The logbook type will be determined by the aircraft component linked to the task card. Costing. All costs related to a specific task will be allocated to a task card. These will include labor, parts and services. Flat rates. Flat rates are implemented on templates. Create a template for the flat rate task. In the template task, enter hours, cost and selling. All WorkPack tasks created from a template where these costs are defined will be calculated at these flat rates for hours, cost and selling. Should any one of these fields be left at zero, the actual hours, cost or selling will be calculated for the task card. It is important to note that if a labor cost factor is used on the WorkPack, this will be used to calculate the flat rate task, i.e., if the labor factor is used, the flat rate task selling will be calculated based on the template cost times for the factor specified. Printing task cards. When all task cards have been added to the WorkPack, they may be printed via the Reports button from the following two pages. Task card page. Empty task card and task card. This option will print the specific task card ID selected. WorkPack page. Empty task cards and task cards. These options will print all task cards created in the WorkPack. Completing and authorizing task cards. After creating a task card, it is then given to the AME to comply with. The task card then needs to be completed. The AME will add the action taken detail to complete the task. The phraseology should be in the form that will appear in the logbook as a certificate relating to maintenance of an aircraft. These task card entries may be added directly to the database electronically on the web page, using a computer or portable electronic device and certified using the Avdex standard electronic signature function. Timesheets. Timesheet allocation has detailed functionality in AMS. Timesheet entries may be captured into the normal AMS browser application from a manual timesheet system, the AMS task card, or online via a portable electronic device. An authorization level has been introduced, where management can authorize and edit the user time before it is uploaded into the database. Various options are available to manage the cost and selling price of staff labor. Timesheet types. All timesheet entries must be linked to one of the standard timesheet types. This type will determine how the time allocated is processed and if the time is linked to a task card. The timesheet type contains all the basic rules for handling allocated labor. Users can add additional timesheet types but may not edit or change the default system types. Time linked to task cards will be used to determine the cost as well as the selling value of a WorkPack task. In the event where task time adjustments must be made, this is done by loading a timesheet type named adjustment. This type will allow selling prices on a task card to be increased or decreased while not adding or subtracting labor hours from the task. As this type is only used for selling adjustment, it will not result in a change of the task cost price. Each timesheet type has the following configuration options. Paid factor allows the entering of a factor in calculating the cost of personnel. The default is 1. Sell factor allows the entering of a factor calculating the selling price of personnel. The default is 1. Normal hours. This allows normal hours to be booked to the timesheet type. Rate 2 hours. This allows rate 2 overtime hours to be booked to the timesheet. Value of 1.5 is default. Rate 3 hours. This allows rate 3 overtime hours to be booked to the timesheet type. Is WorkPack. When set to true, timesheets booked against this type will require a WorkPack task card link. Recording time. AMS has a MyTime function, which allows users to record time when a task is started or ended. These MyTime entries can be uploaded to the timesheet database from the timesheet page. Auto-Allocate will add times based on the daily working times as defined on the timesheet types. Work time should be defined for 7 days of the week. The definitions are used to deduct lunch and tea times from a full day's work. This is true even for non-working days. Working and non-working days are defined on the parameters page. Recommendation. For the best results, with the least confusion, AME should only check into tasks. This should happen first thing in the morning and when the AME moves from one task to another. Checkouts will be managed by Auto-Allocate. The only time an AME should check out is when a task card labor time completes at a time other than the normal day end time. If the AME does not check out, Auto-Allocate will assume a full day was worked. Auto-Allocate rules. If an AME checks in on a task and does not record any further entries, Auto-Allocate will assume a full day was worked on the initial task. A checkout time will be added as well as all check-in and out times to add tea and lunch times for the day. Checking in on a second task, without checking out on the previous task, will add the new task start, and end the previous task automatically. Start and end times, spanning normal working hours, will be added as overtime. The task will be split into an overtime section and a normal time section. In this allocation, a 10-minute grace period is allowed where early or late starts and stops will be adjusted to normal start and stop times. Dead periods between checkout and check-in will be shown as unallocated time. Timesheet notes. AMEs may enter notes on the tasks performed. These notes will be reflected on a dedicated report in the WorkPack report. Users should take care not to duplicate the same task note on any one task card. A note can be provided when a task is started. Should a note be provided when a task is ended, this note will replace the original note entered at the task start time. Timesheet notes are optional. All notes will be transferred to the timesheet page, where the supervisor can edit or delete the notes, provided by the AME on the MyTime function. Company profile. The company profile defines the actual working days per week, as well as the working days in the week. On this level, the 3 basic rate factors are also provided. All time recorded are recorded against any one or more of 3 rates. These rates should normally be normal, normal time. This value of 1 is default. Rate 2. Overtime. This value of 1.5 is default. Rate 3. Double time. This value of 2 is default. WorkPack level. Users have the option to apply a WorkPack selling factor, which will be included in the calculation of selling prices linked to the specific WorkPack. Templates. Templates of often used task details may be created and stored in the system WorkPack for quick retrieval and import into an open WorkPack. This allows for accurate setup of task detail and wording and saves admin time by allowing the task to be readily imported. Templates also allow for correct and standard phraseology to be used on WorkPacks. AMP. Scheduled tasks falling due within a specified forecast period in Avdex AMP are able to be selected and imported into a quotation or WorkPack. This has the added advantage of ensuring that all scheduled tasks are taken care of at WorkPack level by the AME. Reporting. Various reports are available to aid users and management in managing the store.